mountain biking is at a critical point, a danger zone.
Yes, and we talk about what that means for the future of our sport.
Yes, and we've got the news, and we've got the bike vault, we've got hacks and bodges, and of course, fails and bails. It's all coming up
on the Net Shed Show!
Yes, welcome to the show with me, Martin Payne, and...
me, Richard Ashton.
Yes. Rich, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, great. We've got a serious thing to talk about today. This is risky.
Whoa.
This is a risky conversation.
I'm nervous.
Okay? Right, let me put this into perspective for you, okay? Right, I've always thought, and I think people out there might be the same, that our sport is going to progress on a kind of predictable future timeline.
Okay.
Where mountain bikes get better.
Yep.
And they become more expensive. Right?
Yep.
But I think we might be getting our backsides kicked by something, and
What?
it's creeping up on us. Maybe an enemy, I don't know.
What?
E-bikes.
Where?
Rich.
Well, they're everywhere,
I think
aren't
we're
they?
at a point. Yeah, that exactly. Tell me about your last trip to a bike park.
Well, my last trip to a bike park was a foreign bike park. So It
Yeah.
was actually an EWS. And it was in the Alps. No, it was in Finale Ligure, sorry.
Yeah.
And out in Europe, they love them. They love an e-bike, which, do you know what, when you've got big old climbs, is understandable, actually, because a lot of them whiz past me.
Well, the thing is, right, they're everywhere, okay? They're everywhere. They might be becoming what mountain bikes are.
They're the new mountain bike.
That might be what people start to think when they think mountain bikes. If you're coming to the sport and you're new, that might be what you think it is.
Your first vision of them.
But I've grown up from my younger years to now, right, in a sport where e-bikes are a bit like, oh yeah, and there's e-bikes. You know, there's Rich, there's Rich over there on his e-bike. He's like a Chris Smith or a Steve Jones. That kind of thing, right? But we can't deny these things are getting really good.
They are. Do you think that's because the industry is ploughing literally millions into their development?
I mean, that's a definite point. Doddy said to me, he went out to Eurobike and he said, well, there was only so much to look at because obviously the whole industry is in some sort of a situation where basically the supply is not,
it's tough.
Is not able to be supplied. If that makes any sense.
I gathered it.
But what was there was lots of e-bike stuff. Steve Jones had lots to look at because there's so much money being ploughed in e-bikes. And I think we've got to accept that they're a big part of the future of our riding. But are they actually going to become what mountain bikes are?
The new norm.
Yeah. Now, go on.
Oh, go on. No, I was going to say, that's interesting because actually, it's not just us that are being affected. It's not just mountain bikes.
No.
Our brothers over at GCN.
Now, who'd have thought that e-road bikes would take off, right? But that's not just a thing, it's a big thing. All the brands have got them. And this isn't, it's not just a mountain bike problem. This could be what bikes are. This is bad, man. This is bad. I mean, I don't know what everyone out there thinks about it, but it's definitely different to the future timeline I thought about mountain biking. But I guess we've got to ask ourselves the question, is it that bad?
No. It's not.
It's not really.
It's not.
We should calm down because they're really good. You still get to ride bikes in pretty much exactly the same way, but some would say with way more fun.
Yeah, and this is a big one for me, is that they can open up riding to a lot of people that wouldn't have ridden before, aka my dad.
Now, that's a really good point, and that is definitely a Dirt Shed show of the future. We're going to talk about age, but not today. What I guess I would say is, in all honesty, I would say I don't feel like e-bikes are a rival.
No.
I actually really like them. I sort of kind of use them, I guess.
You are an e-biker.
I am a bit of an e-biker.
I use it now and again.
I was on GMBN only the other day, so I'm something of a hypocrite. But what do you guys think out there? What do you feel about that? If e-bikes are not this separate thing, this niche, they become what you are.
They're almost they're a complement to mountain biking.
Yeah, when someone says mountain biking and they look at you, they're thinking you're an e-biker. How do you feel about that? Let us know in the comments section down below. It's a hot topic, and I want to know your views. Me and Rich, I think we're on the nicer side of the party, but
for sure,
I think there's some people out there who've got strong opinions about this.
Let us know.
Get involved. Right, time for the news.
Welcome to this week's news. I'm taking over from Tom Bauer for just this week, and I'm going to kick it off with LLCS, which stands for Long Live Chainsaw. Now, there's going to be a full-length film dropping this winter in 2021. Now, 8 years on from his death, Ant Hill Films announced a new documentary film in partnership with Stevie Smith's Legacy Foundation and Red Bull Canada that follows Stevie's meteoric rise and untimely death and his everlasting legacy after his death in 2016. Now, the trailer will be dropping in October, so stay tuned for that because I think it's going to be interesting. Sun Peak Resort in BC, Canada is one of the stops for the Crankworx this year, and there's been some epic racing going on there. Now, Sun Peaks is just outside of Kamloops, which is well known for its massive steep technical trails and huge jumps. Now, they've got a new dual slalom track there, and that's now been christened by 2 new winners. And in the females, it goes to Via Verbeek from Canada, and in second goes to Danielle Beecroft from Australia. In the men's was Baz van Steenberg from Canada, and in second goes to Powerhouse Thomas Slavik from the Czech Republic. Now, it's been a busy few days for these riders out at Crankworx out there, and I'm going to go straight into the downhill. And in the men's goes to Jackson Frew from Australia, second goes to Kirk Dowell from Canada, and in third goes to Joe Brendon from the United Kingdom. In the results for the females, in first place goes to Via Verbeek, second goes to Grace Hamstreet, and third goes to Casey Brown. A good result for Verbeek all round because she got 3 golds in just 2 days. Now that is some good going. That's some good results. Now this event sounds like something I want to take part in. This is the MT7 Psychosis downhill race. Now this is their 12th running one, and it sees a mixture of 25 riders who have come from all over the globe to compete in the Crankworx BC. They come together to take a crack at 1,200 meters of vertical descending, 7.3 kilometers of steep, rough and rocky single track, plus the infamous hiker bike somewhere in there. The fastest male down the mountain goes to Joe Brendon from Great Britain, which was his 3rd run down that mountain, which is quite impressive. So the next stop for Crankworx is going to be Silver Star Mountain Resort in BC, Canada, where it's going to be holding the titled slopestyle event, where Brett Reeder and Mac McDuff put their brains together and have built the ultimate slopestyle course. It comes with 8 hits. You've got the whale tail, you've got a trick jump, which is a small one, you've got a 12-foot flat drop, you've got a trick jump, another large one, a step down, which is 15 foot, and there's a flat drop, and you've got the trick jump right at the end, which is going to be the biggest one, where you're going to put down a large trick. Now it's got 14 of the world's best slopestyle riders coming out there to compete to take on the title. Now the top 3 in the FMB World Tour is Emil Johansson, Nikolai Rogatkin and David Godziak. Now these are the 3 chaps that are going to be going head to head to try and take on the whole title of the FMB World Tour. Now this event is a diamond, and it's one to watch out for because it's going to be incredible. The tricks are going to be mind-blowing. Talking about Mac McDuff, when Silver Star Mountain Resort gave him a call to say, come and tear down this trail called Beautiful Idiot and come build your own thing, the kinetic sculptures, his mind was blown. And I know him because he is a trail builder, he's a free rider, and when he builds his own trails, it's something that's mesmerizing. The way it looks, the way it flows, the way it rides is fun. I've ridden some of his stuff and it's incredible. So it's something to go and watch. And to end this week's news, a must watch, Katie Winton and Elliot Heap, MX Tape, Mixtape, edited by Tommy C, is something to feast your eyes on because it's fun, it's entertaining, it's inspiring, it's incredible, and I love good riding and I like watching it. Oh, and Nuke Proof had just brought out a Mega and a Giga in yellow. Oh, now that's news. See you next time. Back with the show. I freaking did it, and it only took me an hour. An hour.
Cheers, Blake. Hey, you beautiful people. I just thought it'd be funny to say that. Right, this week's sickest thing is this super mega steep section of trail from Manuel Simon. I think it's actually one of the steepest bits of trail I've ever seen. It's so crazy. So I spotted this over in the CP Gang Instagram page, and it is crazy. Manuel said that the POV doesn't even make it look that steep, but I think he's lying because yes, it does. It looks super steep. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet now, just like soak it up and absorb it. I mean, look how crazy that is. You can't go over that edge there, can you? Right, as you can see, Manuel is a really sick rider, and as usual, we'll put his details in the video caption. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. It's time to go back to the shed.
Big news I've got to mention this week. I'm so excited about this, Rich.
And you just can't hide it, look.
Oh man, I'm so excited about this. When I first started the Dirt Shed show,
Really big this one up.
Friday,
Bigger.
Friday,
It's
the
Dirt Shed Show!
Dirt Shed show. Woo, go on. It was a Friday show.
Many moons ago.
It was all about, it's the weekend, it's the Dirt Shed show.
Yes! So, what's happening then, Mark?
We're moving back to a Friday.
Huzzah!
Oh, I'm so happy about it because it means we can be talking about what's coming up on the weekend and getting you stoked for riding. It's just a schedule change our end, but for me, I cannot
big deal.
wait. I hope you can get on board. Obviously, you can watch the Dirt Shed show whenever you like.
It's always there.
But we are going to be going out with new shows rather than on a Tuesday, on a Friday, starting for next week. So there'll be no Dirt Shed show on the Tuesday. It's coming out on Friday the 8th.
Amazing.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
This guy's so hyped right now.
Oh,
Friday
no.
is coming for you.
Doesn't it just feel right though?
Just feels right.
It's Friday. It's the Dirt Shed show. Come on. That's what it was always about. I love it.
Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges!
What are we doing?
Nailing it is what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. Right, it is time for Hacks and Bodges. And Rich, I'm going to start us off with this first one. Flat pack jump bump. It's pretty cool. It's got no transition in it, but it'll kick you. Grace has built this over in Sydney in Australia. But look, it also builds up and then you can put it on your back like a backpack.
That's
a backpack
awesome.
Jump bump.
Oh, you must weigh a bit though, all that wood.
Yeah, but it's cool though, because
It
you
is
could
cool.
use that like on the top of a drop and make it a nice, and you
big
could make it on the
sender.
top of a bank and
Yeah.
create a kicker.
I like it, and actually I do
ace.
love a good bit of woodwork. It's quite clever how they've managed to make it all slot together.
Yeah,
so
it's
great.
not shabby.
Nice
It's
one.
not shabby. It's pretty cool.
Who have we got next?
Next up, this is Boy over in Limburg in the Netherlands.
Cool.
On his Koga X Sport. I don't believe this worked. But
what is
basically, he's had a puncture out on the trail. He had given his last inner tube to another rider who needed it. So he's out on the trail, he gets snake bite himself, but he's 28 kilometres from home. So he cuts the tube in half. He does say he's ashamed that he's still using tubes. Don't be. He cuts his tube in half, ties a knot in either end, puts it back in, pumps it up, rides home. Does that work?
Well, he says it has. Nice one though. I mean, he's bodged that well.
That is, I mean, it's not pretty, but once
Heck of a bodge.
once it's in the tyre, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I wonder if there must have been like a flat spot.
quite the save. Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Yeah, good job, boy. Nice
But
one.
interesting. Something maybe we should try out. I don't know. Maybe we should.
something,
Yeah. Next up, this one from Chris. What do you think of this, Rich? What do you think
Pretty
of that?
badass, that, isn't it?
Well, there's actually
It's a bit scary.
there's a lot of work gone into it.
Yeah, it's a bit spooky.
Quite cool. I would quite like that on my wall. I think that looks pretty good. It's from Chris, who is in West Florida. Saw a
and raised.
T-shirt with a steer skull on it and thought, hey, look, I got an idea. Tell you what, it's the best use of bar ends I've seen. That's what I
Although
think.
original XTR shifters and levers from a 93 Cannondale.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go. Fanboy. I guess who's just won, probably.
Well, I think we should at least send a race top to one of these people.
Okay.
I don't think Chris can win it. Even though he took them parts off
No.
Cannondale. I think you should choose, Rich, between the very contrasting Boy Super Bodge and Grace Super Hack. What are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with Grace's Super Hack because I love a good bit of woodwork. I love a kicker. And I like what you've done there. So congratulations.
Grace, you have won yourself a brand new Blue Gradient Tech T. Right, caption contest time now. The eagle-eyed of you out there might have noticed there wasn't a photo last week. Sorry about that.
Yeah, why was that, Mark? Because I actually heard something may have got broken.
There was an incident at the end
Okay.
of the caption contest filming, which meant that the final part of it had to be cut out because Martin was a naughty boy. Right,
Reckless.
so we're not going to go into it, but we did, even though I didn't put a caption up, we did get some captions.
We did, yes.
So we can still give a mug to some winners.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one I've got is from Max Girotto, and he says, Martin forgets to show next week's image, so you go lone wolf. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
wow.
good one.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
Thanks for helping me out, Max. Thanks.
Stuart Dickens says, GMBN have now made a Bond villain by not selecting my epic caption from last week and not posting a new one. No, Mr. Ashton, I expect you to fry. Ooh.
I quite like that one. It's quite good. Because, Stuart did basically... So basically, I think we should probably give the mug to Stuart because he's obviously very annoyed I missed him out last week.
He is.
So,
You've angered
Stuart,
him.
there's a mug coming to you. I'm going to put them just there. It will be one of those. And, thanks for getting involved and I didn't even put a photo up. Here's this week's photo. There you go. I've remembered. Oh, God.
I was getting worried then.
There's this week's photo. Give us a caption for that next week and you could win yourself one of these fantastic mugs. Mine happens to be the tin one.
Not tin.
No, so you never know which one you're going to get. Get involved. It's a great way to get involved in the show. Right, let's take a look at what's coming up on the channel this week. 3, 2, 1. Yes, we have got a very exciting week coming on. Rich, what's going to be the video you can't miss?
Well, there's obviously all of them.
Obviously.
But there is one in particular. Now, the boys, Blake and Neil, have been up to Torridon in Scotland for an epic ride up there. And that place is wild at the best of times. And I've seen some of their stuff and it looks amazing. I'm actually genuinely looking forward to seeing the guys get lost and go on a big old adventure there.
Must not miss this week. It's going to be an absolute banger.
Mine, it's that time of the show when it's Bike Vault time.
My favourite.
I know, when all the viewers out there send in their prize possessions, their rides, and it gives them the chance to win a super nice t-shirt.
Super nice t-shirt.
And I don't mean it's just a really nice t-shirt. It says super nice on.
It's actually literally super nice.
It's ashes. So, what have we got first in there?
First one is from Caden. It's a Patrol 691. It's over in Tasmania in Australia.
Oh, nice.
I like it. Just picked up from Derby. Oh, Derby. Wicked place. Wicked place.
Good trails. Good trails there.
I really like the green fade. It's kind of a green fade.
Yeah.
I really like it.
fade.
I like the colour. It's not drive side,
Which is a bit, it's my... Oh, yeah, I forgot.
but it's nice.
It is nice.
It's nice.
Caden?
You thought it was gonna be
Nice. I thought it was
nice. No. Next up, whoa, see, Caden, this is what you're up against. This is Daniel's.
Big guns.
What is this? It's a SB130.
It is, so it's like, but he's made it real gnarly.
Yeah.
And from Israel. We don't get many bikes from Israel, so
We
that's pretty
don't.
rad.
We don't.
Yeah, SB130, but with an EXT coil on the rear. I bet that thing's a weapon.
What? I mean, we've got it. Right?
Well, because he's also got some purple anodized on there.
Super nice.
Nice.
Super
Very nice. Well deserved, that one.
Next one is, I like
Whoa.
that. And now see, this is how it happens, Rich. This is how it happens.
Nice.
Look what that bike is.
Oh, damn, yeah, you're right. But I was so close
This is
then.
what we've been talking about this whole show.
I didn't even notice because I was looking at the red arrow and
so
stuff.
you didn't even notice. Oh my God.
But he's
Brilliant.
camoed it against like a green fence and the grass.
This is Andy's Cube Stereo blooming e-bike. You can't ring a super nice on an e-bike.
No, that's for EMBN, isn't it?
That's got a red arrow.
It does have a red arrow in the background.
We're accepting them. We accept.
We are accepting of e-bikes. Congratulations, Andy.
It's a cool looking bike. Next up is
Andy's epic Wow, I love an XC bike, and it's another plane themed picture.
It's nice to see them.
Those S-Workses, those are very nice.
We don't see
cross-country
enough
bikes.
XC bikes. We
No,
don't see
and
enough
I love a
XC
bit of
bikes.
XC, as people know.
And I've got something about next week's Bike Vault coming up just because you're here, Rich. Yeah. This next one is from Tom. It's his Marin Elroy. Wow, I've not seen this before. That's cool.
Elroy, okay. Bought the hardtail to Whistler from Oregon. Got 3 days of riding in, and this is his first summer giving mountain biking a try. That's awesome.
I really like that back end on that bike.
Yeah.
It's super
Look how
minimal.
tiny the seat stays are.
Super, super slick.
Do you want to ring it?
Yeah, I love it. Oh, I had a good ring then. Next up, we've got...
A bit old school. 2009 Norco Atomic.
Yeah,
I mean...
But it's from Jordan. It's in Folkestone in Kent.
Yeah.
It's not my favourite, I've got to be honest. But I'll tell you what's cool about this bike is
Tell me.
it just goes to show, right, I bet you have such a good time.
Yeah,
on that
you
bike.
can shred anything.
I bet you can.
Nice.
It's from 2009, but you would go out that and be like, flipping it.
If it's still making him smile.
Yeah.
Jobs
yeah,
are
there's
good.
no doubt.
Nice.
But it's a nice bike. And now for next week's Bike Vault, because this went really well last time you were on the show, Rich.
Okay.
I want a hardtail special.
A hardtail special?
Hardtail special, because last time we did that, we asked for hardtails. We had tons of really wicked hardtails.
Yes.
And that Marion has reminded me, we need a hardtail special.
Yep.
So let's
More
see.
tan walls, the better.
No, I didn't say that. We might do a Town Hall special at some point. Send us in your bikes to the Bike Vault. I want to see your hardtails for next week. Let's see what you've got. Let's see something special or something super retro. Nice. Right, Rich, thank you for being on the show, man.
No, Martin, thank you
It's
for being
been
on the show.
ace having you on the show. We've had a right laugh. It's been wicked. And to play us out this week, we're going to take a look at some of your riding. Didn't go to plan.
Yikes.
Here we go.
And I dropped.
Hopper! Come here. Are you okay?